to our series on how to make a pay stub, part 2 of 5. Now, this is going to be an introduction into Excel. So those of you that are familiar with this may not actually need this. There is a few details at the end you may want to see about the taxes and how to do net pay and gross and that kind of stuff, FICA and all the mismatch stuff. But this is really a just a simple introduction to Excel. You may want to learn a little more if you like about Excel, and it has plenty of other options to do. But if you're familiar with any other Microsoft products like Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, the parts are very similar. So you may be able to follow like left and right justify, colors and fonts. It's all similar buttons, so you should be able to be familiar. And plus, it's a good thing to know Excel. So, like in the example of the article that I wrote, we are going to do a simple function, and I'll show you a few other detailed things here that maybe I didn't write down. So, I think I was using D, E, and F columns. So these are up here, and then the rows are here. So row 6, 1 through whatever, it doesn't end. You can scroll down all the way, and you can scroll across from A through Z, and then once you get to Z, it goes to double A, and then it goes on and on and on, and it never really ends. You can make it as big as you want. I'm sure there's some kind of limit, but it's bigger than what you and I will be using here. So I wanted to show you exactly how easy this is. So we use the examples of 40 hours and $10 per hour. So let's just put that in there. Let's put this in an E. I have 40 hours. Just make a number of 40 really easy. And I can put $10 an hour. Right now it's really basic. It has 40 and 10. Doesn't really mean much to anything. So you can use Excel really easily by label as well. You put your selector on a cell and type in whatever that is. So it's hours. Okay? And then you can put here, and this is dollars. Dollars. And that makes it a little simpler. If you want to make it a little easier too, you select all of these guys, and you use the familiar left justify, center, and right justify. You can see what that would look like if you put them all to the left, all to the right, whatever. That makes that easy. And here this is vertically, so you can't really tell, but it's going to be spaced vertically. So $40, 40 hours, and $10. Well, it still doesn't do anything. It's really boring, but this is where the magic happens. In this cell, if I want the answer, I can give it a label. Is your gross pay, and that bad boy is going to be right here. But it still doesn't know to do that. So to do that, this is the key here, is you have to hit the equals key. And you notice that it shows up here, and it also shows up here in this function box. If you remember in school, f of x, that was basically function. That's all it stands for. It's not a big deal. Just call it function. Equals, well, what? And it doesn't know what. You could type in here or in here what you want. So I want equals this E6 times F6. Or Excel makes it even easier by you just clicking. So once you put in the equal sign, that is the symbol to Excel that you are in the function mode, and you have to now communicate in Excel speak. And I'm going to show it to you. It's really easy. So equals this box. Don't say 40. Say this box. Okay. That is E6, E6, E6. So this box called E6. I don't care what I put in there. And then I have to go times. So I can either type that here or type that here. Times is the asterisk in computer talk. Times what? Well, times this box. I can say times 10 and 40 times 10, but really I'm saying E6 times F6. There you go. So I didn't type it out for you. E6 times F6. That's nice when you click, because it'll make it accurate for you. And then that's it. And then you just have to hit the enter button on your, or return on your computer. Now I figured that out for you, and I think, oh, okay, we knew that, 40 times 10. But what if you worked 39.7 hours? Well, okay, well, it's still easy. But what if you make $11.75? Well, now it's a little more complicated, right? And we can see here, this times this equals to this. And yes, a calculator can do this for you, but it gets a little more complicated here shortly. Now, let's make this pretty here. These are hours, that's a standard number, but this is a dollar, and we have these three little placeholders past the decimal. It doesn't make sense for a dollar sign. So there's a little button here. It knows. What is that? Is it a currency? It says choose alternate currency. Yep, that's it. And it puts a dollar sign there for us. Makes it real important. I can make this as well. Use that there. Okay, so that's our gross pay. Now we can also have this. If we're going to minus, type this. So right, minus taxes, and then minus medical, and minus something else. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, there's going to be a whole bunch of those. So I can put any number here. Let's say that my taxes are doesn't matter, $20. Okay, and my medical is $10, and something else is $5. Okay. I'm going to let Excel know that it's a dollar sign, and a dollar sign. What is the number here? Well, it is this number minus this number, correct? Let me just put it just below so it makes it kind of easier so we can have a little add there. So this, we want this number to equal this number, and then minus, I'll put the number sign in there, and then this number, right? Good. 440, it's 446 minus, 466 minus 20 is 446. We'll do the same thing here, equals this number minus this number. It's 436 minus 10. And let's have this equals this number minus this number. That's our total. And now this is equals, this is net pay. And I can make this bold and big and so everybody understands what it is. Make it a little bigger, just like you would do on any Word program. There's your net. Now you think, okay, well, what's the big deal? Well, check this out. If I change my dollars to 1534, let's say some complicated number, it will do all those calculations for you. Now, these are minus taxes, $20, but I can make them percentage as well, and then just change the formula here, right? Instead of minus, I would multiply it by the percentage. That percentage will be changed every time. It's a wonderful program. So, this is our net pay, and these are just arbitrary numbers. But in the article, you have to, as I mentioned, you have to use the proper taxes. Some of them are, so the taxes are going to be state, federal, FICA, Medicare, and a whole host of other others I've typed in there. The medical, it could be your spending account, and it could be your medical insurance by your employer, whatever that is, and what medical expenses you might have. Oh, dental, dental as well. And something else could be garnishment, and what else? Other deductions, company loan. Maybe they allow you to give a phone or something, or a car, something, whatever they do, whatever you do in a particular position. So all these are added to this, and that is subtracted from that. Whatever, if it's a percentage or total, whatever that is, you have to figure that out on your own. And then you get your net pay. Now, when I say go ahead and sell it, also you can move things around. So you grab all these guys, move them up here, select this, make that in the hand, you move it up. Should we move it up? There it goes. And it doesn't change anything. Now you can make it pretty and make a little box around it, and you're good to go. So that's our introduction into Excel, and you can see how it applies to a pay stub. If you have any questions or you want to do with this quickly, of course you can use our pay stub generator. It's only $7 for one, or actually if you do three, it ends up being about $4.50 a piece. So this is kind of the harder way of doing it, but if you want to see what we're doing, this is what it is, and this obviously gets much more detail. hopefully you enjoyed our demonstration here and enjoy part 3. If you're joining us here at part 2, go back to part 1 to see what part 1 is all about. Talk to you in a bit.